UK government is actively preparing for a potential wartime scenario, and it's spending tens of millions buying these nuclear bomb-carrying fighter jets. So what's going on, and should you be concerned?
I've done this job for the last 10 years, and the last few years, they are more concerned, the truth is. They are more worried.
What would a world war even look like? How could AI, cyber attacks and nuclear weapons be used? And how likely is it that the UK would get involved? Warfare between major powers is an active possibility. That's a quote from the UK government's 2025 National Security Strategy, released on the 24th of June. The document says threats from other countries are on the rise, and those risks include the direct threat of assassinations, sabotage and cyber attacks. So why is the UK government worried now? Your first thought might be the recent escalation between Israel and Iran and the US's intervention. But the BBC's defence correspondent says this isn't the only thing making governments nervous.
We shouldn't just focus on one area. China, Russia, Iran and North Korea, essentially countries which are seen as trying to destabilize the current world order, question international institutions. So even before Iran was attacked by the US, Russia was getting weapons from Iran, it was getting weapons from North Korea, it was getting technical support from China. In its war with Ukraine, a lot of certainly people in the military were worried that they were joining up in this what some call the axis of upheaval, and that could spark a conflict in the future. So I think those are the concerns, not just Iran itself, but what's happening in Ukraine, what's happening in China with its ambitions for Taiwan.
So the war in Ukraine, Putin wanted to overthrow the pro-Western government and as of now has taken around a fifth of Ukraine's territory. And China's ambitions for Taiwan, as Jonathan put it, is that it wants to reclaim the democratic, self-governed island off its southeast coast, and it hasn't ruled out forcibly taking over. China and Russia are both named in this document as major powers who want to reshape international order, which would then threaten the UK's security. The UK government also seems pretty worried about nuclear weapons. They say tackling this threat will be hard because there's more of the weapons and more states have them. Nuclear bombs haven't been used since the end of World War II, but that hasn't stopped countries from investing in them. The UK is buying at least 12 new fighter jets that could carry nuclear bombs. Obviously, this is paid for by the public, and these jets cost up to almost £100 million each. We bought the jets from the US, and they'd also supply the nuclear bombs they would carry. The US is a member of NATO, along with the UK. The alliance of 32 countries agree that if one is attacked, the others will help defend it. And President Donald Trump has repeatedly urged European member states to spend more on their own defence and security. So we have.
So essentially these are American bombs that would be controlled and owned by the US. Some of those bombs are already in Europe because a number of European countries